बोलिए सद्गुरु महाराज की जय, सच्चे दरबार की जय. Today we present weekly satsang from Akhand Gyan, monthly magazine of Divya Jyoti Jagrati Sansthan, and is inspired by His Holiness Ashutosh Maharaj ji. Article: Yes, God strengthens. Akriti, once again, with hands folded, eyes shedding tears, heart sinking, and tongue speechless, was staring at the deaf and dumb pantheon, again and again asking the same mute questions. Why? Why with me? What prompts my bosses to behave so cruelly? Why do they always wish to show me down? Oh God, is it a fault not to use the appeasement policies employed by most of the people today to flatter others? Is it a vice or a sin to work sincerely, honestly, and hard without complaining to those who are highly pleased to see me suffer? Is it wrong to have faith in you? Why don't you say something? Why don't you speak? Please answer my questions. I beg you to have mercy upon me. Please help me. I have no one except you with whom I can share my problems. Please suggest me a solution. Please guide me. But the whole volley of questions fell back upon her only after colliding with the ice-cold idol. None of her requests were granted, and she was left alone to sob and suffer. After half an hour, she suddenly realized that it was late in the evening and her husband might be approaching home from the office. She hurriedly ran to wash her face in order to wipe off the signs of sorrow. She didn't want her husband to know about the bitter and the adverse atmosphere of the workplace that she had been facing since she joined there. Just because she felt that discussing all those things with him led to no solution. Rather, many a times it had only resulted in conflicts even at home. And she was not strong enough to face the similar situation at both the workplace and home. Akriti put a faint smile, but anyone could realize how difficult it was to stop the rising waves of the ocean of tears. How agonizing it was to work in a hostile atmosphere and smile with those colleagues who, you knew well, thought ill of you. And the worst of all was to have no one with whom you could share your heart. She had still been somehow managing to control herself and forget the bitter experiences of life, hoping that there was someone who was aware of everything and would do justice one day. But the continuous mental torture had made her physically and emotionally so weak that her faith was now wavering and all the rays of hope seemed to be vanishing. Therefore, after attending her household duties, she went to bed with a very heavy heart. The thought of again being in that uneasy atmosphere with her cruel bosses and insensitive colleagues was making her restless. The next day, though she was physically present in the college, her mind was not. Despite her efforts, she was not able to control her emotions. So, she decided to sit in her room and occupy herself in work in order to forget everything. While she was struggling hard to overcome the depressing thoughts, one of her new colleagues approached her to discuss an academic matter. Akriti, though had not decided to talk to anyone, could not refuse her colleague because she had a very calm and confident disposition at her possession, which was immediately comforting and inviting. After discussing the academic matter, Akriti felt an irresistible desire to talk about her problems to her. The colleague suggested her to take a refuge of Akhand Gyan, true knowledge, the possessor of which learns the art of remaining tranquil in ups and downs of life. When Akriti asked about the source of that knowledge, her colleague told that only a perfect master could bestow it. The suggestion was like a riddle to Akriti because she had never heard of Akhand Gyan. All her knowledge about spiritual initiation and initiator had created quite a dismal picture of gurus in her mind. According to her, God could only be pleased by noble intentions and good actions and not by high sounding words. Though Akriti, out of hesitation, could not ask all those questions to her colleague, but the faith and the calmness that reflected from her colleague's face was assuring Akriti of some truth in her suggestion. Therefore, Akriti decided to visit the holy abode of her colleague's Gurudev. There she met a sister disciple who told her that Brahma Gyan is not any mantra, rather the realization and direct experience of God inside a spiritual heart. A perfect master is the one who makes the disciple hear the holy name of God, which cannot be chanted, vibrating in his breath, and shows him the effulgent form of God by opening his third eye. The mystery was somewhat unfolded to Akriti, but still she could not visualize the benefits of Brahma Gyan in daily life. On asking, the sister disciple remarkably mentioned that God's companionship is the biggest blessing one can enjoy in his life. Brahma Gyan bestows this companionship, after which a man learns how to lead a happy and meaningful life marked with wisdom, the power to take the right decisions. She very confidently replied that nothing on earth can be more beneficial than Brahma Gyan, as this alone is true knowledge. All knowledge besides this is false, and falsity leads to nothing but sorrows. Akriti was confronting a conflicting mindset. On one hand, the mental state claimed by Brahmagyanis seemed to be unbelievable, while on the other, the burden of her problems was growing unbearable. Hence, after a lot of deliberation, she decided to become initiated into Brahmagyan. Oscillating between disbelief and hope, Akriti reached the ashram on the decided day and was amazed to find several other brothers and sisters waiting there eagerly to receive the initiation. All of them sat in a hall where they were to be bestowed upon with divine knowledge. During the process, each of her doubts began to vanish one by one. The moment she experienced the holy name within, vibrating in her breath, she realized a unique sense of peace which made her very light. It was indeed a blissful state in which she, for the first time in her life, found herself dipped in an ocean of positive energy. Quite contrary to all her previous disheartening experiences, she was overjoyed, thinking that she had found everything, unaware of the fact that it was just one of the innumerable gems of the vast ocean which she had stepped into. And she realized the fact when, with closed eyes, she witnessed multicolored light waves emanating between her eyebrows. Her whole body was thrilled and she felt immense purity in her heart. It was truly a heavenly state. Tears came rushing out of her eyes, but that time they were not out of pain, but due to the ecstasy of realizing the unbelievable divine power inside. Certainly, the divine energy was capable of jettioning all the problems of the world. Akriti witnessed the presence of an eternal companion, God, who was there and indeed had been there always. Akriti got not someone but the real one, not only to share all her worries and apprehensions, but also to receive divine suggestions and ways to tackle life's challenges. When she came out of the sacred room, she was at it again, in the complaining mood, but the question was different. Why did you keep me away from Brahmagyan for such a long time? To read such of more articles, please subscribe to our monthly magazine, Akhand Gyan, available in 3 languages, Hindi, English and Punjabi. You can subscribe to the magazine by clicking on the link mentioned in the description.
Thank you for listening to this enlightening reading on Akhand Gyan. On behalf of Divya Jyoti Jagriti Sansthan overseas, I now request you to sit in a comfortable posture. Close your eyes and concentrate on your breath. Inhale with a long and deep breath in, and exhale with a long and deep breath out. As you concentrate on the coming and going of your breath, please take these invaluable moments of peace to contemplate on the importance of the message that you just heard and how this lesson can be applied to your life today.
Shri Ashutosh Shri Ashutosh Om